bring you tonight into Portland. And as
Kevin, thanks.
he stays working and stays true. David, thank you. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Patrick Beverly. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's George in at the two-guard spot. And for the Trailblazers, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony out there with Trevor Ariza. And it's Nurkic in at the 5 down low.
Well, it's the golden age of point guards, and Patrick Beverly trying to show that he belongs amongst them. Great awareness on that play.
Yes, that goes in. Plenty of experience, Greg, on the floor tonight. How does that shape what we're about to see, do you think?
You know, Kevin, this is one of those games where guys are going to be smart out on the floor. They're going to be in the right positions to make plays. And honestly, this could come down to who makes the bigger, tougher shots.
Here's Nurkic following the basket by Marcus Morris. Nurkic kicks to Anthony. Nurkic the pass to Carmelo. Shot clock at 5. And the rejection by Zubac. Here's Leonard. Rebound by Anthony.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Kept alive. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2.
Sometimes CJ, just with movement alone, finds himself in the right spot, and this time picks up a couple of garbage points.
Now, here is Morris. Beverly, the pass to Zubac. Nurkic with the double team. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shot. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Surprise in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Now here's Anthony. Leaves the dishes to Nurkic. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Outside Anthony. Lillard, right side. McCollum outside. Portland needs to get off a shot. Here's Nurkic. And no good that time. The Clippers go the other way with it. Here's Morris. And Morris throws it down.
When you're a veteran player like Paul George, you understand that even 24 seconds is a long time. Great patience to wait for that play.
And the versatility of Paul George's game. Elite defense and rebounding, steals and deflections.
When you think about Paul George moving to several teams, yet still having the impact on both ends of the floor, I think that is a telltale sign that you have an elite talent in Paul George.
Here's Lillard. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. To the middle. Out to Anthony. Beverly against Lillard. That one falls, coming off Anthony's feet.
Melo good at scanning the entire floor, and that's why that time he found the open teammate.
Morris against McCollum. Beverly the pass to Zubac. Tries again. And another shot to the paint. Outside for George. A shot that time, not on target. Great D that time from Nurkic. Here's McCollum. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Well, CJ, as soon as he gets a step on you, you're pretty much done. Aggressive right there in transition.
George passes to Zubac. Poked away. Beverly finds Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
Here's Nurkic after the Clippers pick up 2. It's McCollum on the wing, stolen by George. And now here's George, the fast break opportunity. And George with the stuff.
Yeah, Paul George anticipating contact, preparing for it, and just how smooth the finish was that, Kevin.
It's Anthony with the drive. Count it. 55 seconds left in the first quarter. Kicks it out to Leonard. Pass to Zubac. And he uses the glass on the layup. Zubac has got 8 points.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Leonard with the steal. One-on-one here. Here's George. What a jam!
Wow, fans loving that right there.
What a jam!
Nice. Well, not only looking at Paul George get up, look at the guys on the bench loving it from PG.
Now here's McCollum. And Nurkic with the basket on the assist by McCollum. Nurkic has got his second bucket. And so Beverly will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. 6-point lead. Count the basket.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
For Portland, they've gone 6 of 9, shooting it well. To the middle, here's Nurkic. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Morris over Anthony. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
That's some physical defense against Morris, who attacks with one of his many moves. And we'll just see what he does here at the line.
1 second left. That shot off the mark. And so it's Los Angeles going into the break with a 10-point lead. Well, before the game, we talked with Damian Lillard. He credits his up.
I think it comes from the...
And that's the kind of support, Greg, he gives his teammates on and off the floor.
And, you know, guys naturally trust him. They believe in him, and he typically comes through when they need him.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Throughout that first, they just were aggressive on the defensive end, showing active hands.
You know, they really made a lot of good quality reads down there. Took some chances, but feeling more calculated than risky.
So for the Clippers right now, they've got Harrell, Lou Williams out there with Jackson. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Shamet in at the 3. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Kevin, good evening. The Clippers were picked by many to win the title last year. Now, they didn't get it done, but Kawhi Leonard is not concerned. He said, "We've just got to keep getting better, keep fighting. It's about the right team peaking at the right time." Guys are hoping this season their talent and their fight will win out. Back to you.
We will see. Good stuff, D.A. Thanks.
Harrell in ideal position and then rises back up and then able to jam it down.
Well, you know, teams look for +6s, players whose wingspans exceed their height by a half foot. Montrezl Harrell is a 6'7" player with a 7'4" wingspan. If you're struggling with the math, ladies and gentlemen, that's a +9.
Clippers with the ball. Portland making their last shot. Oh, and the jam by Williams.
Lou Williams' offensive game is just devastating, capable of scoring pretty much from anywhere on the floor.
Collins kicks to Hood. This one for 3. Here's Whiteside, and that one good.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Stolen by Collins. And it's Hood in the corner. Shoots over Shamet. The offensive rebound. Outside Collins. Here's Little. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Clippers leading by 9. And between his length and his athleticism, Montrezl Harrell well suited for that role of small ball center, Greg, in today's NBA.
Yeah, I mean, he's fearless. Even giving up a few pounds, a few inches, he'll go right at you and making steady improvements as a rebounder year over year.
Now here's Little. He's still scoreless so far in this one, and JaMychal Green picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Damian Lillard, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Kawhi Leonard's checked in for the Clippers. Clippers have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Floats it up there for Harrell. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Montrezl Harrell with a throwdown that gets his teammates up.
Trent passes to Collins. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
And a sharp pass to set up that high percentage shot in close.
Inside, Green. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got 3 assists in the game.
Well, when you get into a system, your first system in the league where you share the ball, Kawhi Leonard keeping his head up and finding the open man.
Now here's Lillard. Yep, that one goes.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Pass to Shamet. To the inside. Stolen by Collins. And they're running. Here's Little. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Little's got his first 2 points of the night.
Nice awareness from Whiteside there, understanding where his teammates were on that possession.
And it's Green with the jam.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Now, here's Lillard. Count that one. Lillard's got 4 points this quarter.
Just straight quickness. Lillard showing off the effortless blow-by.
Both teams deciding to change it up. .56 seconds left in the first half. And Harrell slams it in.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
And hammering down the two-hand slam. The pass to Carmelo. Now here's Lillard. Kicks it out to Ariza. Down low. Here's Nurkic. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Marcus Morris is checked in for the Clippers.
Nurkic, another talented player from Europe, playing in Croatia before coming over to the NBA, and the international game continues to make an impact on how it's played here.
Here's Lillard after the Clippers pick up 2. Inside. Shot is good in the Los Angeles leads. Cut down to 6 and the bucket for Nurkic.
Well, Nurkic is so big, does a great job, and fends off the defense on his way to the score.
Here's Beverly. Nurkic with the block. And now McCollum running the floor all by himself. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. McCollum's got his 3rd basket of the night.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed. He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the
2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here on our halftime show. Marcus Morris was the story in the first quarter. He had 8 points, 2 steals. And that should do it.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. One guy who's been getting it done is Jusuf Nurkic.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Anthony, and it's Ariza in at the 3. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. Here's Leonard, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Just a lightning bolt there in transition. No one can match up with Kawhi, especially at his position. That time they pay the price. And Marcus Morris has raised some eyebrows in the last couple of years, just being a much more efficient scorer.
Good. Lillard's got 8.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
A tremendous mobile one block that we had to see again. Great send back.
Every basket's a big one in a tight game, and he is not about to give up an easy look.
And last season, Marcus Morris is named one of the hottest on the trade market.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in Marcus Morris's offseason a year ago. A lot of contenders looking to add him to the roster. Handshake deal with the Spurs, switch to the Knicks, and then eventually traded to the Clippers. So grab your musical chair and try to find a seat.
And so Beverly will bring it up for the Clippers. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Zubac against Nurkic, and Zubac picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Hood's checked in, and a switch here also for the Clippers. Jackson's checked in. Here's Lillard. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Lillard's got 4 points in the quarter.
And not wasting any time here, kicking their offense right back into gear. That's 3 of 4 from the field.
And George, here we go. A special move before the shot. He has 6.
Well, the talk at halftime must have been a good one. Right now, 3 straight buckets to start the quarter.
Leonard with the steal. Now the Clippers moving it up. Here's Jackson, and Jackson throws it down hard.
And the claw at work. Just one reason why he's always a threat to lead the league in steals. Jump starts the fast break there.
Anthony on the wing. It's stolen by Morris. And now here's George, the fast break opportunity. And the layup's good off the glass. George has got 8.
It's not rocket science. At some point, the defense has to show more urgency getting back in transition.
Nurkic against Zubac. Good on that shot, and with that, the Los Angeles lead is cut back down to 6. They get the basket from Nurkic. Hey, Greg, if you could coach one team right now, who would it be?
That's a tough one. Clippers, Lakers, Bucks. You know what? I would probably go Lakers or Bucks because you would have an opportunity to coach someone who arguably might be considered the best to ever play the game. Because I think Giannis is trending in that direction, and LeBron obviously already is.
How about a guy like Kemba Walker and coaching the Celtics, having him to do what you want to do on the floor?
Oh, he'd be brilliant, and
yeah.
Kemba, one of the most underrated leaders in our game. Great human being.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Zubac. Green comes in for Morris. Landry Shamet's checked in for Leonard. Lou Williams is subbed in for Paul George.
And McCollum has done a lot to improve his impact on the defensive end. Very active with his hands and how he challenges shots.
Well, the blocks numbers last year jumped up a bit. That's kind of a nice indicator of what you're talking about, GA. And he just doesn't get tired. And if he can give some more on the defensive end like he's shown, it's going to help out the team.
Here's Green. Lays it up off the glass. Green's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
The defense so concerned with Shamet and his shot-making ability, he makes the play that time.
Yep, that one goes in there. In the 3rd quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. The drive by Green, and that one drops. 8 points for him.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass.
Here's McCollum. That one misses. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Williams kicks to Harrell. There's 57 seconds left to play in the 3rd. On the wing, Green. Just 5 to shoot. The kick out to Williams. Takes the 3. Little with the rebound.
Looks like the game plan is they're willing to give him that kind of shot. It worked out for them this time, but if they give it to him again, I bet 3 points are coming.
And McCollum on the floor, all business. Off the court, he's a very outspoken player, very colorful guy. And Greg, you were saying you see a future in media for him when he stops playing.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, McCollum spoke up quickly about the seriousness of the virus when they were playing. He's very knowledgeable and shares what's on his mind. A media position after he's done playing is a very real possibility if he chooses to.
And And Harrell slams it in.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Well, if you go to Lehigh, of course, you're going to make smart plays. McCollum good at sensing when his man was going to be wide open.
Morris outside. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one's on Anthony. These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
At about an 82% clip a season ago, so I'm sure he'll take those numbers.
Here's Anthony. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got assist number 7 for him tonight. Beverly for 3, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. Well, it's been an exciting game. Plenty of offense as we head to the 4th. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
You know, anytime a guy's in the post and the teammates know he's unselfish, great player movement can create an opportunity just like that.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the 4th. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the 4th, Beverly and Williams, the guard tandem. Morris is out there with Montrezl Harrell. And it's Shamet in at the small forward. Cullen passes to Whiteside. Can't connect from short range. Clippers leading by 6. Here's Shamet. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
I love the unselfishness, and you know coaches do as well.
Well, not just coach, but you can see it in the teammates, the way that they look at him. They appreciate it when he shares the ball like that.
Nurkic checked in for Portland. Damian Lillard comes in for McCollum. And then for Los Angeles, Zubac is checked in for Montrezl Harrell. And George is subbed in for Williams. And Beverly kicks to Zubac. On the wing, Morris. And Morris throws it down.
And not a next-level athlete, but Morris has the ability to face up and beat his man off the dribble.
Here's Nurkic to halt the run. It's hauled in by Zubac. The Clippers have gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the 4th quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Here's Anthony, and he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. And the foul called in the Los Angeles Clippers.
Melo powering his way through the defense down there. He's used to that kind of contact throughout his career.
Good checked in for the Trailblazers.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the 2nd, despite being down.
To the middle, here's Zubac, and the dunk by Zubac.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the 2-hand slam. And it's good for 2. Anthony's got 4 points in the quarter.
Melo showing some muscle. Impressive right there with that physical finish.
Beverly against Lillard. And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop.
Oof, he's had a dismal 2nd half, Kevin. He did a great job getting the ball to his teammates and working it around in the 1st half, but the 2nd half, not so much.
And that's an example of playing big, adapting to the situation.
Tip of the cap there. I mean, that defense was good. The finish was better.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Clippers will retain possession. McCollum's checked in for Rodney Hood. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Leonard, he's checked in for Landry Shamet. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot.
And a guy who's bounced around the league a little. Surprising, given that Morris is a solid shooter and a pretty good defender in rebounds.
He doesn't get the 2nd one. Trailblazers trail by 8. McCollum dishes to Anthony. And it's sent back by George. And here comes Leonard leading the fast break. Nurkic with the steal. The shot by Anthony, no good.
Oh, that's a golden opportunity to finish on the break, and he blows it.
Completely lost focus. You can't get 2 steps ahead.
Leonard inside, covered by Anthony. And again, the turnover by the Clippers. The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 7 from the field in what's been a cold start to the fourth quarter for them. Kicks it out to McCollum. Fires for 3. That one falls, coming off Anthony's feet. Anthony's got 3 assists in the game.
Man, he was a go-to guy in crunch time in college, and McCollum now has developed that reputation here in the league.
And George, here we go. And it's Portland with the rebound. Fast break, here come the Trailblazers. Ariza's got the ball. Offensive rebound. Nice work on the boards, paying off with the basket. And now just a 3-point Clipper lead.
Trevor Ariza has pinned around the block and seen this before.
George finds Leonard. Out to Morris. From 10 feet out. Rebounded by Anthony. And Zubac picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Here's the Trailblazers with the ball. They're on an 11-3 run. Collin passes to Lillard. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Here's Nurkic. Misses off the left iron. Clippers leading by 3. Oh, Morris in position. Doesn't get it to drop for him.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And you can see when it's that close, players reacting. Just, oh, man, we just missed that one. Maybe they'll get another chance at it.
Outside for George. It counts.
Well, your best players want to take on the burden come clutch time, and Paul George carrying the weight right now.
Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. No good on that one. Good work defensively by Morris. To the inside. Stolen by McCollum.
Can't waste any time here.
Well, it's probably a little bit too late here, but you really need to score a bucket.
The coach's challenge has been issued. A close game like this, down to the wire, this is what it's for.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, during that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Doc Rivers said to his team. He told his team, if we can get some defensive stops here, we can win this game. It's down to who wants it more. Kevin?
Here's George. And it's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here. Six seconds left in the fourth quarter. On the wing, Morris. So it's the Clippers taking the win in a close one. This win, such a tremendous... and getting mentally prepared to compete. You see the focus. You feel the energy. And with pregame.
Good evening, Kevin.
What a story. David, thank you. Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Inside of the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Luka Doncic out there with Hardaway. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3. And for the Clippers, they've got Paul George. Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Beverly in at the 1 spot. Deep benches tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players, but you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
Well said. Doncic against Beverly. And Doncic throws it down.
Has the vertical needed to dunk it. Doncic showing off the power and flair that he possesses.
Beverly up top, guarded by Doncic, and that one's good. Beverly.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rag. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
Back to Doncic. Great D that time from Leonard.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
The Mavericks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Well, coming into the league with immense potential, Porzingis has already fulfilled much of it, already an all-star. But you know, Greg, there are still areas he's working on.
Yeah, he's definitely getting stronger and more physical. You'd like to see him make the next pass a little more often when a teammate has a better shot. But if he can just stay healthy, boy, the sky's the limit on what he can accomplish.
Doncic looking it over. To the paint. Here's Powell. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
Doncic against Beverly. And the dunk by Zubac.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious. Back to Doncic. Here's Finney Smith. He's covered by Leonard. It's stolen by Morris. Here's George. And George with the stuff.
I mean, he is explosive with his leaping abilities. Paul George is well versed in finishing above the rim.
Outside, Porzingis. It's stolen by Morris. And now the Clippers on the break. And it's Leonard with the jam.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
Doncic against Beverly. Here's Doncic, and the dunk by Doncic.
And guys, the intelligence is evident. When the pick comes, Doncic often makes the right read.
Here's George. Lays it up and banks it in. George has got 6.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Doncic outside. Inside, Powell, and the dunk by Powell.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, defensively, your mantra at this point has to be no easy buckets.
59 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Up top, Powell. Hardaway against George. Doncic passes to Porzingis. From past the arc. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. And there's the feed to Leonard. And it's Leonard with the jam.
And boy, Kawhi is the perfect target. The big reach, get to the pass, and the great hands on the catch.
Here's Finney-Smith. He's covered by Leonard. Here's Porzingis. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
And that one's good. Beverly.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Up top, Doncic. Defended by Beverly. And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Finney-Smith on the wing. Doncic with 1 on the clock, and the last shot before the buzzer is off. Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen. Recently, we spoke with Patrick Beverly about his throwback style.
Old school basketball, you know.
Now, pound for pound, Greg, Beverly may be the most physical player in the league.
And he also gets in your head. It's a combination that allows him to get stops against guys as big as Kevin Durant.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Throughout the first quarter, they did a great job of just running the offense.
Credit the game plan coming in. They've identified the right matchups, and the execution is there.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. On the floor for Dallas, we've got DeLon Wright. Willie Cauley-Stein is out there with Maxi Kleber. Then it's Curry. And it's Brunson in at the point guard position. Outside Jackson. Here's Williams. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. Williams has got the lead up to 12 now for the Clippers.
And at his peak, Reggie Jackson is one of the better guards in the league. He's still got that confidence.
Yes, he does. Injuries slowed him down, but still able to create his shot anytime he wants.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, the Mavericks have their young star tandem in Luka Doncic and Kristaps Porzingis. KP said, we can be a pretty deadly duo. It's only going to be a matter of time. Once we get that two-man game going, it's going to be hard to stop. Guys, it's already hard to stop. Back to you.
A team on the rise, David. Thank you so much. And it's the Mavericks on the break. Shot is good, and the Los Angeles leads cut down to just 10 points on the bucket from Cauley-Stein.
Coming off a scoreless first quarter, he's found a little rhythm here.
And Green slams it in.
And give Sweet Luke credit. Turns down his own shot because his teammate has a better one.
Outside Curry. Lets the three fly. The Mavericks rebound. Cauley-Stein. That's his fourth basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots. Off to a good start.
His hard work on the backboard really just has given them more opportunities to score.
And stolen by Cauley-Stein. Wright finds Brunson. Back to Kleber. Dallas moving the ball around. Brunson the pass to Cauley-Stein. And Cauley-Stein throws it down.
Cauley-Stein, a tremendous athlete and a dynamic finisher.
Here's Williams. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Lou Williams, so crafty, GA. Just a knack for putting the ball in the basket.
This guy just has the gift. I mean, it's been that way forever. He is just a born scorer.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Morris is checked in for Green. Leonard comes in for Landry Shamet. And it's Paul George in for Reggie Jackson. And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Powell, he's checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Porzingis comes in for Maxi Kleber. Tim Hardaway Jr. is checked in for Wright. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Here's Harrell. Morris outside. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
An efficient scorer inside. Morris can beat you with a variety of moves. Williams against Doncic.
Curry deciding where to go with it. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got his 3rd assist on the night.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooters.
Here's George. The Mavericks pull it in. 1:09 left in the first half. The 3 from Porzingis. Rebound by Williams. Clippers leading by 6. Outside, George. Loads it up there for Harrell. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
If you start the alley-oop, Harrell can usually finish it. He's an explosive big man with good hands.
And stolen by Harrell. And now the Clippers on the break. George with the ball. Curry with the steal. Doncic against Williams. And Doncic gets it to go.
Guys, you never know what you'll see when you're watching Luka Doncic. His offensive creativity is through the roof.
Here's Morris. That's his 2nd shot and his 2nd basket. He's 2 for 2.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Curry from deep three-point land. Can't drop the tough three-pointer.
When they bump this quarter, he's trying to shoot his way out of it.
And then Leonard with the dunk.
Well, Paul knows the defense is locked in on him, so he takes advantage and finds the open man.
Doncic outside. Here's Powell. Off target at the rim.
Even though he missed it, this is the exact play your offense is designed to produce.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the 3rd quarter of action following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see an outstanding first quarter for Paul George. He had 8 points. And Kenny, like Kawhi Leonard, Paul George.
And we've got 3rd quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. It's been one outstanding game from Willie Cauley-Stein.
Yeah, and I don't know if anybody saw this offense coming from him, but it's been key for his team.
This is why you prepare. Get ready for the opportunity if it comes your way, because you may be asked to deliver.
Ivica Zubac is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Patrick Beverly. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's George in at the shooting guard position. That's the 5 to begin the 2nd half for Doc Rivers. Dallas shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
And it was interesting how the Dallas franchise sold its fans on Doncic. Ownership told them, think of a 6'7" Steve Nash. Isn't quite the shooter Steve was, but is only a teenager. Great vision. Boy, he can really pass it, and it turns out Doncic is all of that and more.
To the wing right side, and here's Porzingis for a 3. Good, and the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Pass to George. Teardrop shot, and the layup is good. George has got 4 points now in the quarter. And even Nash himself called Doncic a dream prospect.
Yeah, it said Luka was big and mobile enough in the modern game, can guard multiple positions, has a skill set, a winning mentality, and those leadership qualities. Steve Nash sounding like a future GM. And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? Porzingis passes to Doncic. From the arc. That doesn't go either for Porzingis.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Hardaway. And Los Angeles with some changes. Green, he's checked in for Morris. Landry Shamet comes in for Kawhi Leonard. And it's Jackson in for George. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Dwight Powell. Maxi Kleber comes in for Porzingis. DeLon Wright, he's checked in for Hardaway. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic. Cauley-Stein with it. Now Green defending. The shot by Kleber, wide open. And it's off from three-point range. Shamet on the wing. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play. Teams have dynasties. The 90s, Michael Jordan. We've seen it over the many decades. Over the next decade, though, who do you think is going to lead the pack there, Greg?
Ooh, that's a great question. You know, with the way Father Time is treating LeBron, you might have to wait and see, because he is still playing at such a high level. But, you know, obviously Giannis has got to be on the short list with the Bucks. For me, I really look at Luka in Dallas. I just feel like with Kristaps Porzingis, that duo could just be deadly with how the game is played. But don't sleep on the Celtics with Tatum and Brown and that group that they have, with the front office they have. Man, I think the league overall is going to be in great shape moving forward.
It sure seems that way. Clippers leading by 14. Pass to Jackson. Back to Harrell. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Harrell's got his second basket of the night. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the Mavericks. Looking to end the run. The shot, no good. And the Clippers will go the other way with it.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Jackson down low, guarded by Wright. Jackson gets the bucket.
This is what you get from Reggie Jackson now. Powering through contact and has the focus to complete the play.
Wright outside. In the corner, it's Kleba. Here's Cauley Stein. No good with the layup.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
You know what? This has always been a debate. Do you take the timeout, or do you let your guys try to fight through it?
That shot off. Here's Brunson. Count that bucket. Brunson's got his first basket of the night.
Great timing. That can be the difference between an assist and a turnover.
Jackson kicks to Harrell. To the middle. Here's Green. And easy 2 points on the layup. Green's got 4 points in the quarter.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Back to Cauley Stein. Stolen by Beverly. Now Shamet. Now here's Beverly. Kicks it to Green. 9 feet out. Nice jump shot. Good. Green's got 10 points.
He's been a big factor in their offense tonight, making shot after shot.
Runs in the pass to Cauley Stein.
And what I like about Cauley Stein is just how hard he plays. Really, both ends, a scrappy player.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
And you know, you'll take what he can give you from the free throw line. Looking at his numbers, just really not one of his strengths. Shooting in the low 60s last season.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Marcus Morris is checked in for Green. Leonard comes in for Landry Shamet. Paul George is checked in for Patrick Beverly. Lou Williams is subbed in for Jackson. And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Zinkus, he's checked in for Maxi Kleba. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Seth Curry, he's checked in for Wright. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Jalen Brunson. The drive by Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
And when you want Doncic, he's one of those guys who kind of just slithers around until he finds an opening, and then bang.
And so it's Los Angeles holding a big 18-point lead to close the quarter. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Fundamental basketball. Keep your eyes up. Keep the ball moving. You're going to keep the defense on its heels.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. On the floor right now for the Mavericks. Hardaway and Porzingis in at the forward slots. Curry is out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Powell in at the center filling out the middle.
just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Leonard attacking. Good on the shot. And the Clippers lead by 20.
The evolution of Leonard's game, making things happen with the dribble drive.
Up top, Curry, defended by George. From deep. Curry can't get it to go.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
You know what another option is? Just give the ball up. Let someone else make a play.
Leonard kicks to Zubas. 4 on the clock. Down low. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over.
This is what we talk about, valuing each possession, avoiding those kinds of mistakes.
So, for the Clippers, Green is checked in for Zubas, and it's Patterson in for Leonard. And there's the call on Lou Williams. That's his first foul. Here's Curry, long range from the inbound.
The struggle is real. He's been way off with his shot all evening long.
Curry against Morris. There's the pass to Patterson. In the corner, George with it. Poked loose and stolen by Patterson. Fires the three. And it's George missing. Mavericks trail by 20. And then Hardaway with the dunk.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. And George, here we go. The kick out to Williams. Patterson with it. Shot clock at 6. Green. And the foul called on Tim Hardaway Jr. That's his first foul. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Seth Curry. Outside Williams. Back to Patterson. 6 to shoot. Nice D from Porzingis.
There's the value of great rim protection without fouling, forcing the miss.
It's stolen by Morris. The drive by Green. Doncic with the steal. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Basket counts. Clippers leading by 16. And Patterson kicks to Morris. Back to Patterson. Out to Morris. To the wing on the left. The three. Patterson can't get it to go.
Uncontested look. Can't fault the shot selection. He's money from there.
1:44 left in the fourth quarter. Porzingis can't hit.
Can't fault the play call. Even though he couldn't convert, that's a good shot.
Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. And Doncic gets it to go.
The defense tried, but Doncic gets through. Luka able to put a smooth release on the shot despite the contact.
To the inside, unloads. The kick out to Williams. Morris right side. To end the drought, he dishes it to Green. The Mavericks pull it in.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for Los Angeles.
Not only did they shoot the ball better, but they had more assists.
Yeah, I thought the passing in terms of finding the open man gave them the higher percentage shots. The ball movement was key for the win.
Hardaway passes to Powell. It's hauled in by George. And so George will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points, and that's a foul called on Dwight Powell. That's his first foul. And Los Angeles with some changes. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Jermichael Green. Leonard comes in for Patrick Patterson. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Lou Williams. Just 5 on the clock. Outside for George. Launches a 3. Unable to get that one. Passes it to Kleba. Trying to find Wright. He's got it now. Now Kleba. Back to Barea. Here's Marjanovic. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
presentation of the NBA.
A stunning view of the moon over our broadcast location tonight in Dallas. And let's go.
Kevin, thank you.
Indeed. Something special, David. Thanks. The starters for the Portland Trail Blazers. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony out there with Nurkic. And it's Ariza in at the small forward position. And for the Mavericks, inside at the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Doncic out there with Hardaway. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3. Kicks it out to McCollum. And he's good on the 3 ball. Tonight, Greg, two teams with a lot of history that know each other very, very well.
And sometimes familiarity breeds contempt. Yeah. And that goes for the players, coaches, and fans. This one might get heated.
I'm sure you felt that way many times when you play.
Almost every time I took the floor.
Good.
You literally want to dislike your opponent.
To the paint, Nurkic with the steal. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it, the fast break chance.
Yeah, and the blinding quickness right there on display for McCollum. He excels at leaking out and capitalizing in the open floor.
Here's Dallas. 7-point differential. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
Yeah, a couple turnovers here early on in the quarter, but he's got to just tighten it up a little bit.
And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. Lillard looking around. Ariza passes to Nurkic. Goes back up, and it's blocked. Here's Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
Big man coming through. Love whenever Porzingis puts his head down and just charges hard towards the basket.
Bucket is good. Lillard's got his second basket.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this league.
And a 5-star recruit coming out of high school. Powell had an excellent college career, yet he fell to the second round of the draft. Didn't even hear his name called as he was selected during a commercial break. Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
Dallas moving it around. Porzingis against Anthony. On the wing, Doncic. 5 on the clock. Can't hit that one. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. And G.A., even when he did arrive to the NBA, it took Powell a while to latch on.
You know, traded a couple times in his first year. He was assigned and recalled 10 times in about a month with Boston's D-League affiliate. Finally found a home in Dallas. Everything turned around from that point forward.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Maxi Kleber comes in for Dwight Powell. And it's Seth Curry in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And Portland with a change here, too. Whiteside's checked in.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Cullen passes to Anthony. Here is Whiteside. Kleber defending. Whiteside, good.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
They decided to pound the ball inside, using their physicality to set the tone.
Here's Doncic. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Guys, you never know what you'll see when you're watching Luka Doncic. His offensive creativity is through the roof.
Lillard, the pass to Ariza. Back to Lillard. It's McCollum on the wing. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Doncic passes to Porzingis over Whiteside. Porzingis can't hit. And here are the Trailblazers. They're on an 18-4 run right now. Ariza finds Anthony. Misses from close range.
Playing him tough inside and preventing the layup. Gotta get the whole team pumped up.
Kleber, no good. Trailblazers leading by 14. And Anthony gets it to go on the assist by McCollum.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
They've come out of the gate strong at both ends of the floor, just in total control so far.
And that one's good. Doncic.
The defense tried, but Doncic gets through. Luka able to put a smooth release on the shot despite the contact.
Ariza outside. Lillard, the pass to Whiteside. Outside Anthony. It's Ariza on the wing. Porzingis with the block.
And with his length, Porzingis can be very disruptive on D. Not easy to get the shot off over that huge frame.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Dallas shooting their first free throws of the game. Free throw good by Curry. And the Mavericks with some changes. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Porzingis. DeLon Wright comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic.
Oh, not many players with a more steady hand at the free throw line than this fella.
Pass to Lillard. Back to Hood. Pass to Trent. Here's Lillard. Hood on the wing. Fires the three. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's the Portland Trail Blazers enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. Their transition game has been in full effect. Back to the action after this word.
I don't fear nobody.
And if Lillard's proved anything to us, Greg, in his career, you know he loves a challenge.
One of the premier big shot makers in this game. I don't know if there's anyone you'd rather give the ball to in crunch time.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And looking at what we've seen, Trailblazers pretty much in control here.
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, they really got after it. I mean, they made life extremely difficult for the shooters, which is why they hold this lead.
On the court for the Trailblazers, we've got Little. He's out there with Rodney Hood. Damian Lillard out there with Collins. And it's Trent in at the 2.
Staying locked in. That's what helps Cauley-Stein finish off these challenging buckets over the defense.
Little passes to Lillard. And the rejection by Cauley-Stein. Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. Here's Hardaway. Makes it off the glass.
Yeah, they've gotten into a nice flow this quarter.
Trailblazers leading by 10. Trent passes to Collins. Stolen by Brunson. Cauley-Stein with it. He's picked up by Collins and stolen by Lillard. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. Here's Trent. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the Mavericks. We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. And it's Portland with the rebound. Lillard, right side. Outside Hood. Portland moving the ball around. Here's Little. Off target with his 3. Mavericks trail by 12. Brunson kicks to right. Outside Hardaway. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That's his first foul. Greg, you're the all-time assist leader for the Big West Conference. In that frame, talk about some of the traits that make for a good floor general, a good point guard, a good facilitator.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you have to be a leader because that's what the position calls for. Unselfishness, instincts, that stuff matters. But ultimately, your teammates got to feel like you played for them. And that's when you have a chance as a team to be special.
I'm assuming you've always been like that. Am I correct?
No, that is not
really?
true.
Wow.
I evolved into a leader. In all seriousness, I think some guys are natural. Others, like myself, had to evolve into it.
For Dallas, they have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
And the Mavericks with some changes. Porzingis comes in for Dwight Powell. And Dorian Finney-Smith subbed in for Tim Hardaway Jr. Whiteside's checked in for Portland. Out to the right wing. Trent passes to Whiteside. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. And the Trailblazers lead by 14.
Not to be denied. Whiteside's NBA career didn't start until he was 25. Works for those hoops.
And Wright kicks to Doncic. Trailblazers leading by 14.
And a bounce-back season for Whiteside. Got the minutes he wanted with Portland and showed he could still be an impact player.
Yeah, G.A. He showed he's still a monster when it comes to blocks and rebounds. This year will be the most telling with Whiteside. He got a new deal. I want to see if he keeps pushing himself or reverts to lazy play.
Doncic looking it over. And Cauley Stein with the basket on the assist by Doncic. Cauley Stein's got his second bucket tonight. Portland's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Trent passes to McCollum. Kicks it to Little. Pass to Nurkic. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
The closer Nurkic is to the basket, the more dangerous he is. A solid interior scorer.
McCollum against Doncic. To the right side. Just 5 on the clock. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And here are the Trailblazers now. Trailblazers leading by 16. Little passes to Whiteside. McCollum outside. Here's Trent. Now the pass to Little. McCollum right side. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Nurkic. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. Nurkic has got 4 this quarter.
Talk about execution on the offensive end. They're leaving nothing on the table right now.
Absolutely relentless. They're in the flow and riding that wave for as long as they can.
Now Little. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Back to McCollum. Pass to Nurkic. Here's Trent. Guarded by Wright. Fires from deep. And so it's Portland with an 18. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm leading the way at the start. It was Damian Lillard. He had 9 points, 2 assists. And
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Really an incredible game from Lillard.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Yeah, working the ball, getting clean, quality looks. I mean, just efficient basketball through and through.
Inside of the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and foul. Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3 spot. So that's who Rick Carlisle starts the second half. Okay. The Mavericks have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one.
And at 7-3, Porzingis could have been just another big, but he defies expectations. He's got such an impressive array of abilities.
Lillard, the pass to Whiteside. That one goes in. Whiteside's got 8 points.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Yeah. Horrible effort. It appears they may be on the brink of giving up.
And certainly not lacking in confidence. When Doncic gets these inside looks, he just jumps all over.
Whiteside kicks to Anthony. Now, here's Lillard. 9 points in the game so far. It's good.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Well, you look at the career that Dame Lillard has had so far. Taken 6th in the 2012 draft out of Weber State. a small school, but this guy became a franchise player immediately for the Blazers.
Bangs home the trifecta.
How's that for a start? Good on all 3 attempts so far in the second half.
Over to the wing. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. Porzingis against Anthony. Stolen by McCollum. And now Lillard pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Good work there as it goes. And that's 13 points for Lillard.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
And thinking of Lillard, the numbers over his career are incredible.
And Lillard found his strength as a shooter, and boy, did he exploit it. He's been averaging 20 points per game almost his entire career, and he's kept adding to his game as one of the elite players in our league.
And there's the whistle, 3-second violation.
And just a little too lax with that possession, and it cost him.
Yeah, you got to be locked in at all times. Their inconsistent play is a big reason why they're losing.
Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Seth Curry comes in for Doncic. And Portland with a change here, too. Zach Collins checked in for Whiteside. Collins kicks to McCollum. Shot clock at 5. That one good for 2. McCollum's got 9 points.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
No one near Curry as he lets it go. And again, unable to change momentum here.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Starting to take over here, building a big lead that could ultimately prove insurmountable.
No coverage that time. 5 points in the game.
But the D didn't do a good enough job on him. He can be an ace when he gets a good look at 3.
To the middle, here's McCollum. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Lillard's got his 4th assist in this one. I'm sure you've got a list, Greg, of players you've visited with over the years who you really enjoy spending some time with and talking to.
I mean, there's so many, Kevin. A couple guys, and there is a little bias as a point guard, but Damian Lillard and Steph Curry and Chris Paul are 3 guys that, you know, I enjoy sitting down and talking shop with. Giannis, you know, witnessing his journey to greatness. All the while, he remains humble and really appreciates his position. So several of these guys, I'm also not just an analyst partner, but a fan and a big fan of the team.
Oh, man, such a quick and explosive leaper. Cauley Stein throws it down with ease.
Down low, Nurkic trying to get open. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
Yeah, you can clearly see which offense is better right now. We'll see if that continues the rest of the way.
Curry can't get it to go.
Oh, he found the open space from mid-range, just maybe rushed his release a little bit.
Anthony, and staying with the play, Anthony. Anthony's got 6 points.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Nurkic with the steal. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Collins finds Nurkic. Here's Trent. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Had the space there, but it's offline.
Oh, he's not going to miss that shot twice in a row. Trust me.
Outside Curry. Back to Brunson. Shoots the 3. Rebound by Nurkic. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead, and this one may already have been decided. Portland out in front as they end the third quarter with an energy burst, a 19-7 run. And we'll get going after this from the American Airlines Center. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
This is where the NBA's headed. I mean, multi-dimensional big men. That was just a beautiful pass.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. On the court right now for the Trailblazers, we've got Hood, Hazonia out there with Little, and it's Swanigan in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Right. Little with the ball. Hood kicks to Little. Tries a three. A second chance effort. Count that one.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Marjanovic down low. Cauley Stein passes to Marjanovic. Brunson with it. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
And it's in there. Swanigan's got his first bucket in this one.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
It's deflected. They recover it. The shot's good. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. Outside Hood. Pass to Hazonia to the wing right side. The wide open shot by Little from outside off the mark. For Dallas, they've gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one make. Marjanovic finds Brunson. And here is Cauley Stein. Missed inside.
That works just like they drew it up until the part where he short arms the layup.
Swanigan the pass to Hazonia. Here's Swanigan. Guarded by Marjanovic. Swanigan gets the bucket. Swanigan's got 4 points this quarter.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
Here's Marjanovic. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time.
Oh, the timing couldn't have been better on that assist.
To the left side wing. Here's Swanigan. Not going to go that time. And it's Dallas the other way. Here's Brunson. And it's denied. And now here's Hazonia. Cauley Stein defending. Back to Hazonia. Inside, it's stolen by Marjanovic. Cauley Stein goes in, and the shot is good.
You got to do more than that to slow Cauley Stein down. I mean, he's used to absorbing contact while shooting.
Trailblazers have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. And the rejection by Cauley Stein. Stripped away. Unhindered, going all the way.
Great job at staying engaged right there. Hood's opportunistic attitude helping him grab steals like these.
Mavericks shooting a paltry 33% in the fourth. Not a good showing for this offense. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Trailblazers.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Lillard.
He hung a big number on the scoreboard, and it wasn't just because he was hot. He did it with movement and tenacity.
Now here's Little, guarded closely, and he banks in the layup.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, there's no doubt as to who was the better team. I mean, they proved it with this one.
And there it is for him.
You can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
Yeah, how they ended this one is much different than how they started it, and that's a shame.
Hood for three, nailed from three-point land.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
That's the dagger. You could tell they wanted that one. I know that seals the deal.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Runs in the pass to Marjanovic. It's blocked. Outside Hood. In the corner, it's Little. Wide open. But they get it back. Passes it to Simons. Back to Hood. Great look, but off the mark. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
There's a look at downtown Los Angeles. We are near.
Well, guys,
He's certainly come a long way, D.A. Thanks. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony is out there with Trevor Ariza, and it's Nurkic in at the 5 spot. And for Los Angeles, we've got Patrick Beverly. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Morris. Then it's Paul George, and it's Zubac in at the 5, roaming the paint. And so Lillard will bring it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. McCollum right side. Nurkic in the post, working on Zubac. And the pass to Carmelo, lock at 6. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And last year showed that there's still a place in the NBA for a guy like Melo. Mostly a mid-range shooter in the league that has turned away from that. But buckets are buckets, and Melo can still light it up.
Well, Carmelo Anthony was out of the NBA for about a year, calendar-wise. Greg, were you surprised it took him so long to get a look and get back in the NBA?
Kevin, I wasn't shocked, but absolutely I was surprised. I mean, it was always going to take the right fit for Melo and the right team, and in this case, it was the Blazers. But Melo showed he has legs left in the league and can still be a positive.
Leonard and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Oh, good luck stopping that. Kawhi Leonard, huge, strong hands, in total command of the basketball. Go ahead.
Here's Anthony. And Lillard kicks to McCollum. The 3 from Anthony. No good that time. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. And they have certainly been looking locked in offensively.
They sure have, staying aggressive and playing under control.
What pretty vision right there by Patrick Beverly. Wow.
Here's McCollum after the Clippers pick up 2. Pass to Ariza. Anthony against Morris. Shots good by Anthony. Clippers have gone 4 of 4 to start, so a nice offensive rhythm to start here. Leonard kicks to George. Zubac trying to break loose. George, no good.
That was their first miss of the game. 4 for 5 right now. What a good start.
And Lillard gets it to go.
Well, quality floor recognition from Trevor Ariza. If a teammate is open, I promise you he will deliver.
Morris finds George. Over in the corner, Beverly. To the paint. Nurkic with the steal. And now Portland on the break. Here's McCollum. Great D that time from Leonard.
Great rim protection to prevent him from converting. Beautiful.
Morris passes to George. And the dunk by Zubac.
Paul George will force you to stay balanced defensively, because if you have a miscue, he will find the open guy.
Here's McCollum. Banked in off the glass. Today, Greg, we see a lot more friendly rivalries. Does that bother you?
Not at all. I mean, people like to say, well, our era had the rivalries were more bitter. I disagree with that. I think guys are every bit as competitive today as they've ever been.
That's good to hear.
They just also have more exposure and opportunity to be around one another. Kids today growing up, they've been playing against each other since the 5th, 6th grade in national tournaments. When we played, we didn't get to see the other top players around the country. So I think that was one reason why you didn't have a closeness with guys that unless you were on the same team.
Here's George. It's good. George has got his second basket of the game.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Nurkic kicks to Ariza. Nurkic in the post. Zubac defending. Nurkic the pass to Lillard. 5 to shoot. And it's Paul George with the foul. That's his first foul. For the Clippers, Harrell, he's checked in for Zubats. Landry Shamet comes in for George. And it's Williams in for Patrick Beverly. And Portland with a change here, too. Whiteside's checked in. Los Angeles leading by 6. Shamet the pass to Leonard. Back to Shamet. 2 points. That one goes.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Marcus Morris picks one up there. Portland, they had gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And they had a lot of success a season ago as a team, hitting about 80% of their free throws.
And Los Angeles with some changes. JaMychal Green, he's checked in for Morris. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Leonard. Collins looking around. Little. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Shamet kicks to Williams. Passes it to Green. The kick out to Williams. Jackson down low. Great positioning on the putback.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Outside Collins. Pass to Trent. Here is Whiteside. He's defended by Harrell. Whiteside, no good. Williams, that's for 2. And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers heading to the bench with a 7. Before the game, we talked with Damian Lillard. He had this to say when asked about.
I know that when the main guy,
he's willing to bear the brunt, and he's also looking out for others.
Great leadership. His teammates seem to rally around that, and it's why every team he's on is a difficult out.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
They just came into this game with the mindset of sharing the basketball.
When you keep everyone involved at the offensive end, it keeps everyone engaged in other areas as well.
The Williams out there with Reggie Jackson. Then there's Landry Shamet. And it's Green, and it's Harrell in at the center filling out the middle. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter. Down low, and Harrell slams it in.
Lou Williams is the all-time leader in points off the bench, but don't sleep on his passing game. What an assist.
Trent passes to Little. Here's Trent. Second shot opportunity. Green with the block. And there's the pass to Harrell. He kicks it to Williams. Back to Harrell. He feeds it to Green. And it's Green with the jam.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
They're just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out there?
Here's Whiteside. Los Angeles leading by 11. Williams kicks to Jackson. To the middle. Here's Harrell. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. Harrell's got 4 points this quarter. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And so it's Williams who brings it up for the Clippers. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
You think about Lou Williams and finding his way and finding himself with the Los Angeles Clippers. He's played for a fifth of the teams in the league. He always felt overlooked, underappreciated, but certainly he's found his niche here.
And Green slams it in.
That's the efficiency you want to see from Jackson, using his poise and vision to make a play.
Shamet with the steal. To the inside. And Green slams it in.
I'll tell you, right now, these guys cannot be stopped.
Boy, it looks like their confidence is at an all-time high, just feeding off each other right now.
Well, Doris, in the past, some regarded Lou Williams as a lackluster defender. Didn't want to lift weights. you know, had kind of an interesting reputation. He bounced around the league, as we know, quite a bit. He's played for a lot of different teams.
Right. I mean, think about his early association with Allen Iverson, the great Allen Iverson. He succeeded on his own terms, right? Both of them comfortable in their own skin, able to do some amazing things on the court.
Green finds Harrell.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Trailblazers trail by 19. Little passes to Whiteside, and he makes good on the layup. Whiteside's got 4 points in the quarter.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Knocked loose, out of bounds. Portland takes possession. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Marcus Morris is checked in for Green. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Landry Shamet. Paul George, he's checked in for Williams. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Reggie Jackson. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Damian Lillard's checked in for Collins. Here's Hood. Portland no good that time either.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
And the rejection by Harrell. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Harrell. Knocks it loose. Out of bounds. Trailblazers ball as Portland keeps possession.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Absolutely appreciate the effort, though. He really went after it. So close.
Now here's Anthony. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. And here we go with Morris running it up the court. Here's George. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
And Paul George, Doris, kind of a late bloomer coming up in high school. His older sister used to give him the business on the blacktop. Of course, eventually, he found his stride, and the rest is history.
It took some encouraging from older sis and his high school coach, who actually had to threaten him with running suicides to get the guy to shoot more. And think about it. This guy plays his college basketball at mid-major Fresno State. That's really where he got onto the NBA radar.
And Kawhi Leonard, one of the league's most dominant rebounders, Doris, from the wing position.
Board man gets paid. That was his motto from back in high school and college. It's all about hard work and earning your keep, according to Kawhi.
Zubac is checked in for Los Angeles. And stolen by Ariza. Stolen by George. Morris passes to George. Back to Morris. Pass to Zubac. Nurkic with the steal. Leonard against Anthony, and he drops it in from the low post. Anthony's got his second bucket of the night.
You know, the ability to seize the opportunity, see the daylight, get that position, and mellow, one of the best to ever do it.
And George kicks to Zubac. Back to George, and George with the stuff.
Of the two offenses here tonight, you can tell theirs is just a bit more in sync.
And I think because of that, they've gotten the better looks to start.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime, so we'll be back in just...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, well, right out of the gates, it was the Clippers setting the tone. They had the upper hand early. Defense. And that does it for our...
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. It's been one outstanding game from George.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And part of that has to do with his mindset. He has been looking to push the action at every opportunity, and he has been in attack mode all night.
Here's who Terry Stotts is starting the second half with. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Anthony, and it's Ariza in at the three, the small forward. Here's Leonard. They have a 22-point lead. It's the most they've led by. You know, Greg, when you were in New York, you were on a super team of sorts. Compare that to the super teams they're forming now in the NBA.
Oh,
we've always had super teams. And this misnomer that this is something that's just come about with this era is, to me, absurd. You've always had it. Whether the difference nowadays is I think the players have more say in where they go. And they can orchestrate how a team is constructed, but it's always existed. And the reality is this: you become a super team when you win a lot.
Sure.
And that's what really dictates how super your team is.
Nurkic can't hit.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Beverly, the pass to Leonard. Nurkic with the steal. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
I know Trevor Ariza has been a bit of a journeyman, but he is also a proven champion. On the defensive end, you know he's going to take pride in locking down his man.
And Los Angeles with some changes. JaMychal Green, he's checked in for Morris. Williams comes in for George. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Patrick Beverly. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lillard. Landry Shamet's checked in for the Clippers. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Williams attacking. Count it. Good. Williams has got his first basket.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Here's McCollum. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Boy, as slow a start as you could have. Just 1 for 4 from the field. They're struggling.
Kicks it out to McCollum. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
Potent with and without the ball. McCollum is a tremendous spot-up shooter.
Yep, it counts. Williams has got 4 this quarter.
And they're beginning to just flat-out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Passes to Lillard. And it's Ariza in the corner. Lillard attacking. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Lillard's got his second bucket.
Almost unstoppable on the drive. Lillard's talent for ball handling, letting him just cut through the defense.
Leonard, the pass to Zubac. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. The free throw drops for Zubac. And Kawhi Leonard with a very analytical approach to the game. Studies angles, movement, trying to groove in on perfect mechanics. I mean, he does it all.
Yeah, Kev, that goes back to his favorite high school subject, which was math. And think about how precisely he has built his game. He started at the free throw line, then went to the low post, and now has added the range game. Very analytic approach.
Kept alive. Here's Little. The feed now to McCollum. Lets it go from deep. They get it back. Right side. And the rejection by Harrell.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. Out to the right wing. Whiteside inside. Working on Zubac. Snatched up. Williams with the steal. There's the lob to Jackson. No good that time.
And he saw the play develop, but the pass just wasn't there.
It was a really good thought for sure, but the lob has got to be better than that.
A different look for the Clippers. Marcus Morris is checked in for Zubac. Paul George comes in for Landry Shamet. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Jackson. Carmelo Anthony, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Rodney Hood comes in for Little. Williams inside, and he finishes nicely on the layup. Williams has got 6 points in the quarter.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
This guy is a pick-your-poison kind of player. Very hard defensively to cover all your bases with him.
And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
The Clippers shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws. So those are numbers you'll be happy with.
Pass to Anthony. Here's Trent. Kicks to Whiteside. Over Morris. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the chart.
A three-pointer off the mark. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Hood with it. Now guarded by Harrell. Hood can't get it to go. And so George will bring it up for Los Angeles. Beverly for 3. C.J. McCollum comes up with the rebound. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. Here's Trent. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Out to Hood. Over Beverly. And it falls over the rim and in. Hood's got his first bucket in this one.
Not easy to defend the height and size that Rodney Hood brings to the 2-guard position. The rise and fire in the face of pretty good defense.
And as we conclude the and as we head into the 4th, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Clippers leading by 22. They've got Paul George. Marcus Morris is out there with Montrezl Harrell. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Beverly in at the point. That's who's out there for the Clippers. And the Trailblazers shooting just 34% from the floor. Trent passes to Nurkic. And he banks in the layup. Nurkic has got the first points up on the board here in the 4th for the Trailblazers. George looking over the floor. Bobbed up there for Green. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through. And that one is good.
Well, everyone's seeking those high percentage looks in the restricted area. Nicely done there.
Williams passes to Morris. 4th quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Williams dishes to Morris. The shot comes out, and it's Portland the other way. Ariza with the bucket.
Love the athleticism from Trevor Ariza. This guy's so dependable as a fast break finisher.
George passes to Green. Nurkic with the block. Now it's Anthony running. He can go all the way. Over Morris. Not enough on that one as it misses. Los Angeles leading by 18. At the elbow, it's George. Greg, how special was it for you that you had your number 50 retired at UNLV?
You know, that's something I can honestly say. As a kid, you dream about a lot of things. Winning, you know, playing at the highest levels. That's something I never really fathomed, is to have your jersey hanging up in an arena. That was a surreal moment, a really cool moment, and it was awesome to be able to share it with my family and friends.
And people probably don't know that you grew up in Las Vegas, so it was probably doubly special, wasn't it?
Exactly, born and raised.
It's deflected and stolen by Lillard. There's the triple. Green with the rebound. Green's got his 5th rebound in this one. And the call will be against Yusuf Nurkic. That's his 3rd foul of the game. And the Clippers making a change here. Zubac is checked in. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here.
Oh, can I get a load of that one? Take that play and put it in the alley-oop textbook, boys.
Perfectly done. You're right. He put it on a platter for him. And Lillard gets to Ariza. Back to Lillard. Lays it up off the glass. Lillard's got 4 points in the quarter.
And for someone who spends most of his time on the perimeter, Lillard's a terrific finisher inside. His moves to the basket aren't tentative.
They are strong.
Anthony trying to get open. Hits. Count that one from Nurkic.
And that's got to happen if they want to have a chance to turn this thing around. I mean, he needs to just take the game over. I mean, it seems like he's been hesitant to pull the trigger.
And now Portland on the break. Anthony leading the charge.
That's what you call filling the lane to perfection. Anthony with the quick hitting bucket.
The pass to Morris. The kick out to Williams. Pass to Zubac. Dishes it to Green. Outside, George. It's stolen by Ariza. Out in his own on the break. Here's Trent. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Yeah, quick thinking wins Dame assist. Finds the open man and the ball instantly there for the finish.
George passes to Green. Lob pass to George. The alley-oop layup. Very well done. And the Clippers lead by 14.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for Los Angeles.
Their inside game was what secured them to win tonight.
They had their way in the paint, and those are all high percentage shots, but the defense couldn't stop them from getting down low.
And as usual, some excellent work tonight in what was a quality big impact game for George.
Well, unselfish basketball. His ability to create for others has been the story of this game.
And so Green will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points. Outside, Williams launches it. Carmelo Anthony grabs the board. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. And here we go. Here's Nurkic. Back to Ariza. Second chance shot. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side.
We know this. Trevor Ariza in catch and shoot, effective and reliable.
Williams finds George. Back to Williams. Morris outside. For three. Misses the shot. So the Clippers winning this one easily. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And those are the starting lineups. Lots of interest. Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. D.A. Jake.
Hey, Kevin, the Mavericks.
It might indeed, David. Well said. Thank you for that report. Here are the 5 for the Clippers. We've got Patrick Beverly. Marcus Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Paul George, and it's Leonard in at the 3. And for Dallas, inside of the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Hardaway is out there with Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3, the small forward.
Love the unselfishness of Beverly. I mean, when he sees his teammate wide open, he quickly gets him the ball.
And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That is his first foul of the game. Porzingis against Morris.
And when Morris is playing with intensity like this, his defense can really shine through.
Here's Beverly. Outside, George. Passes it to Zubac. Pass to Beverly. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Yeah, you can't leave a lane to the basket available for Beverly, because if you do, he jumps on it quickly.
Out left to the wing. Here's Finney-Smith. He's covered by Leonard. Back to Doncic. Stolen by Beverly. And now running up the court. Leonard pushing it up. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Well, I think the tenacity of Beverly is really what makes him a clawing, nagging nuisance as a defender.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. The Mavericks shooting their first free throws tonight. The first trip to the stripe in this one.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
The length and mobility of Powell is really impressive. He's a solid big guy who I think continues just to get better at both ends.
And that one, good.
Lights out here, right out of the gate. Perfect 4-4 from the floor.
Doncic outside. And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. Pass to Finney-Smith. Shot clock at 6. Back to Powell. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Yeah, Powell showing you right there that he can play through contact. Very physical and good concentration, too, to get that up and down.
A guy who just continues to earn more minutes. You know, Finney-Smith is tough, and, Greg, he is effective.
He seems to become a better rebounder every year. More efficient. He'll take charges, commits hard fouls, and I don't think we've seen his ceiling. Finney-Smith is a guy you can win with.
A 3 from Porzingis. No good on that one. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Morris dishes to Leonard. Hardaway with the steal. And here we go. The Mavericks on a fast break. Here's Powell. Finished off the break. Powell's got 6.
And Powell doing a nice job using his length on these hard shots. I mean, excellent at powering through the contact.
And here we go. The Mavericks on a fast break. Out to Hardaway. The pass to Finney-Smith. Now here's Powell. Zubac defending. The shot by Powell, no good. Clippers leading by 4. Oh, Morris in position. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Yeah, I love the court awareness from Kawhi there. Dependable at getting it to his uncovered teammates.
Inside. To the left wing. Leonard with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Beverly's got it. And George with the stuff.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now.
Well, you know what? You don't want to do too much to get an opponent riled up. You got to be mindful of that.
Now, here's Zubac. And oh, here we go with Leonard. Nobody back. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
Here's Finney-Smith. He's still scoreless so far in this one. On the wing, Doncic. It's hauled in by Zubac. The Clippers have gone 8 of 8. What a hot start for them. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
And, you know, establishing that physical dominance early gives you a big mental edge, too. Don't discount that.
Now here's Powell. He's got 6. 40 seconds left here in the first quarter. Will it go? It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that.
Oh, that was terrific.
Man, my goodness. And you know what? For me, these dunks show exactly how great an athlete George is. I mean, sometimes you're surprised that the basket doesn't come down with the force he punches it with.
And that one's good. Beverly. Beverly's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
You know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
And so it's Los Angeles. Earlier tonight, we spoke with Paul George about how they've integrated.
Everybody has a chip on their shoulder.
Greg, that last point is key. This team plays lockdown defense.
And that's a big part of their identity. Most teams talk about being well balanced. This team lives it.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Los Angeles.
Tell you what, guys, they're showing us a lot of energy early on and racking up those fast break points.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight, and that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
Taking a look at Los Angeles. Landry Shamet is out there with Montrezl Harrell. Then there's Reggie Jackson. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Williams at the shooting guard position. Williams with the ball, and Curry picks him up defensively. Here's Kleba. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
You know, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
Boy, your alma mater, UNLV, Greg, has produced some great NBA players over the years. I mean, so many great names.
No doubt about it. Listen, I got a special place in my heart for my former teammates Larry Johnson and Stacey Augmon.
Right.
But also guys like Sean Marion. You go back to Reggie Diaz, who was a tremendous player. And right now in the league, you got Kim Birch, dunk champ Derrick Jones, and up-and-comer in Christian Wood.
Good mentions.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
Brunson the pass to Curry. There's the 3. Green with the rebound. And so Green will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Here's Harrell, and Harrell slams it in.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
Right, the pass to Kleba. Can't cash in from close range. Los Angeles leading by 19. Passes it to Jackson. Down low. Here's Harrell. And that one is off. And it's Dallas the other way.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Another shot. Reggie Jackson with the rebound.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And it's slammed in by Williams.
And he pulls off the Houdini to make that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop.
And the crowd got their jaws dropped on that one. Total disbelief.
Unloads from 13. That shot, no good. Good D by Williams.
Putting up a goose egg, bageled this period. At this point, you have to run the offense through somebody else. I mean, that's your only choice.
Jackson misses. Mavericks trail by 21. That's tipped, and Brunson has it in the corner. Lays it up and banks it in.
Now that's where you like your shots to come from.
Clippers have gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. Shamet, the pass to Williams. Back to Shamet. Williams kicks to Shamet. Pass to Jackson. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And Jackson certainly doesn't lack confidence. A speedy guard who can fill it up in no time.
The first one falls, and Dallas going with a whole new group out there. The Clippers also making some changes. Morris is checked in for Green. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Landry Shamet. And it's Paul George in for Lou Williams. Jackson against Doncic. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. That one goes. Count it.
You know, as I watch Doncic, I think it's futile to try to distract this guy. His focus and concentration and control of himself is excellent.
Jackson kicks to Leonard. Pass to Harrell. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for Reggie Jackson. And both free throws good for Harrell.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
Definitely, that's one of the reasons they're in front right now.
Up top, Doncic. Here's Porzingis. He's just scored his first basket with that shot, making him 1 for 4.
Boy, evidence of the mobility there from Porzingis as he shreds the defense in screen and rolls.
Beverly with the ball. To the middle. Harrell kicks to Beverly. Leonard on the wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Clippers need to get off a shot. And it's Harrell missing.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Outside Hardaway. And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That's foul number 2 for him.
And that's foul number 2. Maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half. And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
You know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
George finds Zubats. Beverly for 3. Jacks up a 3. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's the lost.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. It was all about the Clippers as the game got going. They jumped out to a 6-0 lead. And that should do it.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. We've seen Dwight Powell really having a great game.
What a welcome surprise that first half. Went above and beyond his usual scoring output.
Well, you know what? They've given him an increased role tonight, and he's taken full advantage of it.
Inside of the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Doncic out there with Hardaway. And it's Finney-Smith in its small forward. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas.
And where Finney-Smith really made strides last season, his consistency from range.
And you know, Greg, it was really his defense, the work ethic he brings, the effort level. I mean, that's always been there. I watched this kid play in college, and that's always been part of his package. But as an NBA wing, You've got to be able to knock down shots and help space the floor if you want to find your way into the lineup. And to Finney Smith's credit, he's done that and has become a valuable part of the rotation.
That shot off. Mavericks trail by 15. Here's Porzingis. Banked in off the glass. Porzingis has got his second basket of the night.
Well, you know, guys, we know Hardaway can score, but when he makes these passes, it makes him a lot more dangerous.
Leonard inside. Outside for George. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got his 4th assist in this one.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
To the paint. The shot by Powell, no good. Clippers leading by 15. Oh, Leonard in position. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And it's good to see George concentrate on getting the ball to the open man. Excellent floor awareness.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, GA. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. The Clippers also making some changes. JaMychal Green, he's checked in for Zubac. Landry Shamet comes in for George. Lou Williams is subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Back to Shamet. Outside Williams. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Greg, one of your former teammates, John Starks, would get under a guy's skin on the court. He's like a nuisance, but really opposite off the floor, away from the game.
I tell you, Kev, John's got a heart of gold, and anybody that knows him is going to be a fan of the person. John is as good a friend as I can ever recall having.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
The pass to Shamet. Stolen. Cauley Stein up top. He's guarded by Williams. It's good.
Nice work inside by Cauley Stein. Great tools as a finisher.
Jackson looking around. Here's Green. He kicks to Harrell. And it goes out of bounds. That one is off Kleba. Hardaway's checked in for Wright. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. 6 on the shot clock. Harrell dishes to Green. It's tipped. And stolen by Harrell to the middle. And Green slams it in.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Curry with a wide-open look. Hits the three-point bomb. Curry's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Williams passes to Shamet. Right wing. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Hardaway with the steal. Curry is inside, and the shot goes in.
So good at figuring out ways to get inside. Seth Curry working on improving this part of his game.
They kick it out to Green. And the rejection by Cauley Stein. Outside Curry. He gets it in there. Curry's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
And he has starting to turn it on now after that slow start.
Jackson passes to Williams. He feeds it to Harrell. And Harrell slams it in.
Guys, not much more a defender can do in that situation. Harrell with the focus and the strength to just power through the contact.
Brunson against Jackson. Curry outside. Green with the rebound.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
Jackson passes to Green. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. And the Clippers lead by 14. And here's Brunson. Outside Curry. Cranes the three-pointer. Curry's got 10 points here in the second half.
You know, the staple of Seth Curry's game is shooting the ball off the catch.
Harold, and that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. A moment now to reset the lineups, brought to us by Gatorade, all fueled up here for the fourth quarter. So for the Clippers right now, Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverly. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Marcus Morris. And it's Zubac in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. The putback, and Doncic is right there.
Tell you what, guys, I don't think you ever have to question Doncic's effort level. He attacks the glass and the game all the same.
And Morris throws it down.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Doncic looking it over. Clock at 4. Here's Hardaway. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Greg, I think of you in a New York Knicks uniform, legendary arena you played in. What was that experience like?
Kevin, intense. I remember the first time I suited up in a preseason game. We played the Dallas Mavericks. Both teams went up and down the court 3 times and nobody scored, and the fans started booing. And that's when I knew this is a little bit different. You better bring your A game.
And thicker skin, correct?
That too, yeah. And fortunately, there was no social media or internet back then. Goodness gracious.
Barea against Beverly. Porzingis can't hit. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. And George kicks to Morris. Back to George. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
I like the intensity that George plays with down inside. It's really what earns him a lot of these calls.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Curry's checked in. Mavericks trailed by 15. Now here's Hardaway. Outside for Curry. 20 feet out. No good. Shot missing.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Hardaway finds Curry. But they recover it to the inside. And Porzingis gets it to go on the assist from Hardaway.
You know, Porzingis is a guy who's used to having to fight his way through the defense, and good balance allowed him to do that there.
Here's Beverly, and the shot goes down. And the Clippers lead by 17.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Williams, he's checked in for the Clippers. Porzingis kicks to Curry. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got his 8th rebound here tonight. Down low. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
Williams against Curry. Porzingis. It's good on the putback.
You know, fellas, I like the aggressiveness Porzingis is showing on the glass. I mean, getting good positioning and using that big body when shots go up, that's why he's boarding it well.
George passes to Zubac. Porzingis with the block.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority, very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Clippers.
Their hard work on the glass paid off.
I tell you what, they're both excellent rebounding teams, and it was a tough battle underneath all game, and I think ultimately that earned the W.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Kawhi Leonard.
Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
The Clippers have gotten it done so far from the field here in the fourth, going 6 for 7. Morris kicks to Leonard.
Dallas foul call.
And the first one drops.
And the soft-spoken Leonard is now an elite talent in this league, an athletic forward who leads by example.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Marjanovic checked in for Maxi Kleber. DeLon Wright comes in for Hardaway. And Barea subbed in for Seth Curry. Porzingis with the ball, guarded now by Patrick Patterson. Jackson passes to Marjanovic. It's good, the assist this time from Jackson.
And, you know, passes like that go a long way. Terrific teamwork.
19 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Passes it to Zubac. The rebound by Marjanovic. Now Barea. Pass to Marjanovic. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. A resounding victory. All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. The bustling city of Portland. Now it's into
Kevin, thanks very much.
Portland is indeed one of the great cities in the NBA. David, thank you. So let's take a look at the starters for the Dallas Mavericks. Inside of the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in at small forward. And for Portland, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Trevor Ariza out there with Anthony, and it's Nurkic in at the 5, roaming the paint.
Well, Melo has had a 40% year shooting from beyond the three-point mark, and so you got to respect that ability.
And the shot goes in.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad. Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Nurkic against Doncic. And here's Porzingis for a 3. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight. Bit of a picture-perfect start here to this game. They've connected on all 3 looks.
The pass to Finney Smith. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic. Dallas shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. He hits the second from the line. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Outside Anthony. Cullen passes to Anthony. Now here's Lillard. Here's Ariza. Tries again, and Nurkic lays it in.
Such a big body down there. Nurkic battling.
And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. Pass to Doncic. Hardaway for 3. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. The Trailblazers have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Lillard scored the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
He gets that one. Doncic has got his second bucket of the night.
The defense tried, but Doncic gets through. Luka able to put a smooth release on the shot despite the contact.
Now here's Anthony. He has 5. Here's Lillard, and what a play! Just snatched out of the air. Credit the block. Powell with it. Lillard picks him up. Powell dishes to Doncic. An easy 2 points on the layup. 6 points for Luka Doncic. Greg, we have a league of many great playmakers, don't we?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. LeBron James is obvious. You know, he played point guard technically for the first time last season, but he's always been a floor general. You look at a young man like Ja Morant, and he's been on the attack since day one when he hit the league. And there's so many more of those guys that are having an impact, understanding the value of that lead guard position. It is fun to watch.
It is so fun to watch. I agree. Now here's Lillard following the miss by Porzingis. Anthony kicks to Lillard. Shoots over Doncic. Lillard misses. Mavericks trail by 6. Tipped away and stolen by Lillard. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. And there's McCollum. That's good on the assist by Lillard.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Finney Smith passes to Powell. He feeds it to Doncic. And he comes up with the deuce. Doncic has got 8 points.
How about he has yet to miss 4-4 to start.
McCollum dishes to Nurkic. Here's Anthony. And he gets it to go. He has 7.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Doncic kicks to Powell. Outside, Porzingis. Finney Smith passes to Doncic. Powell in the high post. 5 on the clock. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
Kicks it out to Ariza. McCollum outside. Nurkic in the post. Powell's there. Now here's McCollum. Guarded by Hardaway. And that one, good.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Doncic feeling it out. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
This is a one-man show right now. He's on a mission to get him out of this hole.
Here's Anthony. And the layup's good off the glass.
That's tremendous vision on the part of Lillard, just trying to lead the team right now from the point.
Doncic outside. Off target with the open look. He can't get it to go. And so it's the Portland Trail Blazers heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap. Well, earlier, Damian Lillard spoke to us about how he
I look to the times where
Greg, he's certainly a gentleman in victory and defeat.
You know, Lillard takes the L as a learning opportunity. Sure, it stings, but he also knows it can make them stronger if they use it right.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And taking a look at the Trailblazers' performance here, boys, what do you think they're doing or not doing?
Well, the coaches preach ball movement, and we saw exactly why in that first quarter.
Well, everybody just feeling the energy of the basketball as they moved it around, and lots of hands were touching it.
They've got Collins. He's out there with Little. Good out there with Whiteside. And it's Trent in at the point. They're the group the Portland Trailblazers will start the second quarter with. The Trailblazers shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
And the personality of Whiteside can be infectious when he's engaged. And there are times when I think the coaching staff tries to draw that out of him, make him more competitive, more consistent.
Buries the long-range jumper.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Out to the right wing. Outside Hood. Over to the left wing. Here's Little. Dishes to Whiteside. Count that one. Whiteside's got 5 points in the quarter.
Getting physical with Whiteside doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to slow him down.
Outside for Curry. Off target from three-point range. Trailblazers leading by 9. Hood for 3. But they'll get another chance. Here's Whiteside. Doesn't go for him. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. Stolen by Collins. Trent passes to Hood. Here's Whiteside. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
And, you know, if you only look at the box score for Zach Collins, then you're missing the whole picture. He's a terrific defender.
I agree with you, GA. I think his scoring is going to come, but obviously they have potent guard play, and that's not much needed. What is needed is on the interior, him being active as a big man and defending around the rim. It is something that Zach Collins is capable of doing. Don't want to be careless around Cauley Stein. That's when he rises up and blocks shots away.
Right, 5.
Ooh, okay.
And I got to say, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult when they're trailing.
But still a magnificent move to the rim. And here's Curry, who brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. They trail by 6.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Rodney Hood. Doncic is checked in for Dallas. Pass to Curry. And for those of you just joining us, we're in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. Elbow shot. Cauley Stein trying to free himself up. Curry can't get it to go. Trailblazers leading by 6. Here's Collins. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Collins has got his first points of the night. Dallas has gone 2 of 4 from 3-point range so far in the second quarter. to the wing on the left. Right, looking around. Pass to Kleba. 6 to shoot. That misses, so no good on his first attempt of the night.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
And it's blocked. Here's Wright. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt. 1:12 left here in the second. Little with the ball. Now defended by Cauley Stein. And stolen by Cauley Stein. There's the pass to Curry. The basket is good. That's his 6th attempt and his 3rd make.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Inside, Whiteside.
Well, once his team got Whiteside the ball that close to the bucket, the defense is absolutely at his mercy.
This is his 2nd trip to the free throw line. And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Dwight Powell's checked in for Cauley Stein. Porzingis is coming in for Maxi Kleba. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Wright. Hardaway is subbed in for Curry. And it's blocked by Whiteside.
As soon as Whiteside positions himself, he just spikes that one away. It's like he's playing beach volleyball.
Porzingis with the steal. Hardaway with it. And then Hardaway with the dunk.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
How about the sequence in its entirety? Momentum swing, and you love the effort here.
And Ariza much improved as a free thrower over the course of his career.
The Trailblazers have yet to miss from the free throw line. They're 3 for 3.
And when you look at their numbers from a season ago, 80% as a unit, that's something you'll be happy with.
Now, here's Doncic. He's got 11. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Porzingis high post. Anthony on him. Porzingis passes to Powell. And it's blocked by Whiteside. 4 seconds left. And no problem from Powell as he finishes at the rim.
You don't want to ever give up points on the boards. That's the lesson for the team there. That's a hustle play to save points.
Couldn't run the inbound play any better than right there.
And so it's Portland with their lead. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the 3rd quarter suit.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
A fantastic first quarter from Carmelo Anthony. He had 9 points. And
after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
On the floor for Dallas. Inside of the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Luka Doncic out there with Hardaway. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 spot. Greg, in New York, you obviously played in a number of championship contending teams. What do the Knicks have to do to get back to that feel, that kind of team?
Well, listen, it starts with stability across the board, but mainly that means at the top. And you got to give this new front office, this new regime, an opportunity. I think they got some good young pieces, but title contenders are not in a constant state of flux right now. They've got to take their baby steps here and start moving in the right direction.
Like you say, it does begin in the front office.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
Here's Powell. Yep, that one goes. Powell's got 6.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
Now, here's Nurkic. Shoots over Powell. Finds the open look, and it's on target. Nurkic has got his 2nd basket of the night.
Well, Nurkic is so big, does a great job, and fends off the defense on his way to the score.
Doncic. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. For Dallas, they have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
Hood's checked in for the Trailblazers. The Mavericks also with a sub. Brunson's checked in.
And what's so impressive about Doncic, the maturity. Yes, he's polished, but he's got a completeness to his game at such a young age.
Here's Porzingis, and there it is for him.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Collin passes to Nurkic. Yep, that one goes in there. Nurkic has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Nurkic using his body that time, a polished move.
Now Doncic, 12 points for him. Carmelo Anthony grabs the board.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he'd lay it straight up and in.
Offensive rebound. It's deflected. Here's Brunson. That shot missing. And the Trailblazers going the other way.
And one thing that I don't think Dame Lillard gets enough recognition for, he's an absolutely fantastic leader for this team. The exact kind of captain you would want.
Dame Lillard doesn't do anything with regards to making excuses for some of the reasons why the team may come up short. All he's concerned with is how can we get better. That's the kind of leader you can get behind.
Here's Brunson after the basket by Jusuf Nurkic. To Porzingis. 3-pointer. Traps in the tray. Porzingis has got 5.
Well, this is where his perimeter game just becomes dangerous for the opposition. Your defense extends out, and he can still bury those shots.
Now here's Anthony. Lillard outside. Passes it to Hood. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Lillard's got his 3rd assist on the night. Brunson against McCollum. Out to Porzingis. Here's the 3. Portland grabs the miss. To the inside. Anthony, the pass to McCollum. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Here's Nurkic. Here's Hood. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Hood's got 4 this quarter.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
That one's in there. The Trailblazer lead is cut back down to 8. Those were necessary points from Doncic.
And so far going for more of an inside presence here in the second half, getting away from the 3-point shot.
Now here's Hood. A 3-pointer is right on target. 7 points in the game.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
To the right side. Brunson kicks to Doncic. Porzingis passes to Finney-Smith. Powell in the high post. Clock at 6. To the paint. And the dunk by Powell.
Pretty unselfish play there, right? Porzingis finding the open man, and he's more and more comfortable and more aware of everything going on around him.
Right side Hood. To the middle. Powell with the steal. Here's Doncic. It's good. Doncic has got 16 points.
And you can tell that Doncic loves leaking out. Able to get to the right spot there in transit.
And so it's Portland heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. A good size advantage, and they'll look to increase it. And don't go away. We'll be right back. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here, looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
So helpful to the offensive versatility when your bigs can create, freeing everybody up, and that cut was wide open.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. Collins is out there with Little. Then it's Damian Lillard. Then it's Trevor Ariza. And it's Trent in at the 2-guard spot. That's the group on the floor for Portland.
Love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed. Ariza passes to Collins. Kicks it out to Lillard. Just 4 to shoot. That one is good again. He's 6 for 8 from the floor with the basket.
He's got a lot to do with the position that they're in. A very smart offensive performance tonight from him.
Stein finds Wright. Outside Curry. Off target from outside. Trailblazers leading by 9. In the corner, it's Little. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Little's got his first 2 points.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
And that is just a deflating error on his part.
Yeah, he knows he shouldn't have made it, and that's just really overall a frustrating sequence that hopefully doesn't stick with him.
Whiteside's checked in for the Trailblazers. Carmelo Anthony comes in for Little. And Dallas with a change here, too. Luka Doncic, he's checked in for Wright. Whiteside, and he uses the glass on the layup. Whiteside's got the lead up to 13 now for the Trailblazers. Ball's knocked loose. Down low. Here's CLA Stein, and it's good. 2 points. Greg, when you played for the Knicks, I always heard that Charles Oakley would cook for the players. Is that true?
Absolutely. Oak was very particular about his food. And I got to tell you, he knows his way around the kitchen. And to be honest, I would never tell him otherwise.
Well, what was his special?
Whatever he made, it was special. It wouldn't matter.
Here's Ariza. No good with the triple. Mavericks trail by 11. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Nurkic is checked in. Then for the Mavericks, Powell, he's checked in for CLA Stein. Porzingis is coming in for Maxi Kleber. And Dorian Finney-Smith subbed in for Tim Hardaway Jr.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, both of these teams locked in on the offensive end. It's going to be a high-scoring affair tonight.
Here's Nurkic. Here's Ariza. Shoots over Powell. And foul on the shot. So he'll get a chance at the line.
Well, known as a defensive specialist for many years, it's the ability for Ariza still to consistently be a threat out there from the three-point line, especially from the corners.
McCollum's checked in for the Trailblazers. Out to the wing. Porzingis with the ball. Lillard picks him up. Curry's shot is off. Trailblazers leading by 10. Anthony finds McCollum. Back to Anthony. Over Porzingis. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
His touch from mid-range, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
Curry can't get it to go. And it's Ariza with the ball for the Trailblazers. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. They get it again. Nurkic the pass to Ariza. A three from McCollum. The shot misses. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. To the paint. It's stolen by Ariza.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for the Trailblazers.
They never settled for mediocre shots.
And Kevin, they had great penetration this time out.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Lillard.
It felt like there was more than one of them out there tonight. He was involved on every possession, and he made his presence felt in so many ways.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
McCollum outside. Anthony on the wing. Portland moving the ball around. Lillard way outside. Here's Nurkic. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points. And the Trailblazers lead by 13. Outside, Porzingis. Doncic outside. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up.